Hey everybody, Raven here, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscription button and press that notification bell, ding, to make sure you don't miss all the really cool upcoming content, live coin and silver auctions, as well as live half-dollar searches for silver. Now, most of you, if you're new, you found my channel because of the title, and this subject is a little bit different to me, but it's something that's been asked more than once. And honestly, I haven't seen anybody really address it, so I wanted to talk to you guys about what do you actually do with your coins and bullion if you're a coin collector slash stacker, your investments after you pass away. And like I said, this is a subject that maybe a lot of people don't like to breach, but it is important to know what to do, what kind of steps you do to prepare for that. And so I'm going to talk about different things involving this. So, first of all, I would get with an estate attorney and create a will, and the will should specify the details of what your investment is, the locations of where your investments are, but don't store your investments, your stack, your collection all in one place. Make sure you put them in a couple different spots. One, because that's safe for yourself during, while you're still alive. And two, it makes it harder for somebody to just get all your stuff if it can't get to the person that it was intended to, which is unfortunate sometimes, but that does happen. Now, the person that whom is receiving the benefit of your investment, the beneficiary, it's best to divide it between a couple loved ones. Two, maybe three people at the most. Sometimes giving it to just one person if they don't have the real, desire to keep the stacking going or whatnot, or your coin collection going, you might risk it still end up going to the bank or something, which, that's one of the reasons I want to talk about this, is to hopefully help people not, see that be lost. Um, Secondly, you want to keep your will confidential, of course. I wouldn't really brag to people, hey, when I pass, you're going to get this, this, and this, because you just never know what people are going to do with money. And especially if you have a really nice collection and a really big stack of silver and gold, that's quite valuable. You just never, ever know, because money, corrupts. Um, Third, you want to keep the details of course, your investment. Like I just said, we were talking about your stack and your will and everything, your investments as well, confidential. And during the remainder of your life, try to spark and keep those few loved ones that have interest in gold, silver, and coin collecting involved with you. Take them to the coin shows, maybe give them coins and stuff for their birthday and whatnot over the years, just because your love might not be as strong as somebody else, or I mean, your love would be stronger, or your passion would be stronger than somebody else's. And sometimes if you can foster helping develop that more, it makes a big difference. um, if you have a former spouse, check with your attorney on your state laws of what your former spouse is entitled to versus what you wish to pass on or will to your beneficiaries. Unfortunately, in some states, there's some really sticky situations, that can happen with wills and, spouses versus family and in-laws. It just can get kind of ugly. And one thing I should say is, I am not a lawyer. I'm not in no way giving legal advice. I'm just saying different things that you can do to make sure to protect yourself. What if your beneficiaries don't want the collection? Well, as soon as possible, maybe you can find a local coin shop, or an LCS, or a coin collecting group like we have on YouTube, and develop a relationship with those people or that coin shop, and ensure that there's a way for somebody to take it, your coins and your stuff, to a reputable dealer, or at least people that'll give them some fair money for what they have. And at least that way your collection still goes somewhere, and it'll be taken care of by somebody that wants the coins and the silver. And two, lessens the chance, again, like I said before, of your beneficiaries being ripped off. Um, you know, and make sure that if you have to come to this point that you identify the local coin shop or the coin collecting group in your will to help facilitate these things so that it makes it easier for, again, getting rid of the items. And make sure to consult with your attorney again, for the process. Make sure it's something that's, within the law. You don't want to do anything that's shady or that could get, other people in trouble. We just want to stay above ground or above board, I should say. And then introduce your beneficiaries to one another. Like if you have a coin shop and a group both working on part of it, those people should at least know that one another exists, so that they can take care of the process and know where things are. Like I said, if you follow a lot of these steps, you'll have your stack and your collection in different spots, and it'll make it easier if everybody knows where it is and they can coordinate better. But that can all again be taken care of through a lawyer, a legal representative for you and your estate. um, what else? Trying to think if there's something else that I could add to that, but I guess, guys, that's pretty thorough in a way. I mean, if you don't want to go the legal way, through a lawyer, you can, try to set things up with your friends and whatnot, and have it what they call a living will, where, a lot of states you can write out your own will and make sure that you have it notarized. But still, depending on the state, your spouse or former spouse might have more um, legal rights to possession of that stuff if they so fit to keep it. So it's something you still definitely need to look up the laws. And, again, if you can't interpret the law the way that you want, hire call a attorney. A lot of attorneys will do a free consultation over the phone. They'll say, okay, yeah, you're on the right track, but if you want that done, you got to come in, and they'll charge a little bit of a fee to figure out whatever you need to do. But either way, it's important to get these things done. It's one of those things, and this is a hard subject to talk about. And I really hope everybody enjoyed and appreciated the content. And if you guys want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. Our P.O. Box is 721-296, Norman, Oklahoma 73070. Make sure to take care of one another, develop all those relationships, and we'll see you in the very near future. Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.